Breaking news coming in from West Bengal. The governor's office has asked vice chancellors of all state-run universities to submit a weekly activity report to him and also asked him to keep him in the loop about major developments. The Education Minister of Bengal has called this move illegal. All right, we've been following the kind of flashpoints between governors in opposition states. Now the latest from West Bengal, going across to my colleague Kamulika. There is some pushback, Kamulika, against this decision. Also, were there any lapses in the functioning of the universities that prompted this ask from the governor?
See, governor from his office has governor's office has sent this notification, this circular, to all the VCs of the state, stating that they must inform him about the weekly activities and also about the monetary part. Now, what led the governor do this? That obviously a lot of questions are coming up. But as a governor, as a chancellor of the university, he, from his side, that's what we are getting from sources in Raj Bhavan, that he wants to know what is happening there. On the other hand, the Education Minister, Bratta Boshu, he has said that this is absolutely illegal. Now, this is the first flashpoint that Bengal government is now having with the new governor. New governor C.V. Anand Bose came into the office in November. After that, till now, we have seen that the relationship between the TMC government and the governor was not like as it was with Jagdeep Dhankar and Mamata Banerjee. Till now, governor was very good with the government, and as we are getting it from our sources, that he will be good with the government. But this is a flashpoint which has come up where he has asked for this report, and there is just such reaction from the government side. And also we have seen that when the violence took place in Howrah and Risha, governor took an initiative. He cut short his visit and he went to Risha. And he actually, on the day of Hanuman Jayanti, he himself was roaming around in Calcutta to see the law and order situation. So governor, what we are getting it from various sources, the governor will try to assert his position there in his constitutional position and will work in his own way. If that leads to a confrontation, that will be carried out. So there where the new flashpoint starts between the relation of governor and the state government. Till now the relationship was good and we cannot say that the relationship will decrease. But this is obviously a first point where the governor...
Is it an aberration or is it a sign of things to come, Kamulika? That we'll only have to wait and watch. But stay with us because we also have Mr. Manojit Mandal who's joining us on the broadcast. Very good morning to you, sir. Now the governor asking the vice chancellors of universities for weekly reports. Your first reaction to this?
So I believe that the entire letter has been completely ill-advised. The governor, in fact, let me tell you, he's not really acting as the governor, but as the chancellor, who is circumscribed by the law passed by the assembly. So he's acting merely as a statutory body here, not as the constitutional head of the state. And then to issue such a letter where there would be no financial autonomy on the part of the universities, which is an exclusive prerogative and the domain of the government, because you know that I teach in a university which is one of the best in the country. And because of my experience to be in the Executive Council, I know that the government has their own nominees in the Executive Council, meaning there is a nominee of the finance secretary of the government of West Bengal in each and every university. And they are he or she is supposed to look into all these matters. Governor, not the governor inside. The chancellor has no such role into it. In fact, chancellor also has got two nominees in each of the universities to look after the affairs of the university. So the chancellor can look through his nominees. The government can look through its nominees about the financial problem. The universities do enjoy the autonomy, which again, autonomy given by them by the act of the assembly. So I do not understand why lies the role of the chancellor into all this. The chancellor, how does chancellor come into the picture when it comes to look after the financial issues? And further, this will completely paralyze the university administration, the functioning of the universities. I mean, look at this. I mean, every 7 days we have to send reports. How is that possible? Even the government cannot ask for this kind of report every 7 days. The government only asks for report at the end of every financial year, which the government should do. Because, as I mentioned, government will regularly send their nominees to the meetings of the universities, the highest body of the university, the executive council or the senate or the syndicate. So I think this is completely ill-advised, and I appeal to the honorable governor or the chancellor, because I am also a part of the university, appeal to him to reconsider this and immediately consult with the government and withdraw this letter.
So we saw the kind of controversy that surrounded the education department in West Bengal with the arrest of Partho Chatterjee last year. Do you think that could have something to do with this request for monitoring the working of universities that's come in from the governor?
That is just one minuscule part of the story. You and the honorable governor know that Bengal housed two universities which are the best in the country as far as the assessment of the central government is concerned. Like my university, Jadavpur University is ranked number 3 in the country. Calcutta University is ranked number 6 in the country. We are the first state university in the country, Jadavpur University. And there are universities in every other district, established by this particular government, so that the people who are coming from the far-flung places, they don't have to travel. So there have been a lot of works in the education department, higher education department, a lot of positives. I mean, again, Jadavpur University, the department that I run at this point in time, English department, is the second best department in the country as per the World QS ranking. What are we talking about? There are certain issues in the school level which are completely average, and the persons who are responsible for that, they are being punished. They are languishing in jail. The government has no connection with that. But you have to look at the positive aspects of the story. West Bengal, when it comes to higher education, is still one of the best in the country, which is ranked by not us, but by the University Grants Commission, the body of the central government. Jadavpur University, Calcutta University, I think are ranked among top 10 universities in the country. What about that? The chancellor, the governor should also look into all this aspect. In fact, that is happening despite the fact that the government of India is not giving us the due fund. I tell you, there was a scheme called RUSHA, Rashtriya Uchchatara Shiksha Abhijan, where my university was supposed to get 100 crores, and we were only given 40 crores. 60 crores are still pending for the last three years, till 2019. This money was promised money. There was a written promise from the central government that 100 crores will be provided. We are given only 40 crores, and 400 of our fellows.
So we take note of the points you've made, your grievances, and also want to thank you for joining us and elaborating on that issue. But